At this moment in your life, where are you seeking advice and coaching?
I've been on this journey, as you've been tracking for the last few years. And it's really been interesting. I realized that, even the last few years I've been on the threshold of something very interesting, which is what I call Bijoyism, or, Bijoyist. Like, what is it to be me? What is it to have my own complete philosophy, understanding of the world? And what I realized is I would go through this sort of three-step process. The stage one, where you simply live according to other people's rules. Stage two, you let go of what you've been given. And then the third stage, you start to really live according to your own aesthetics and your own idea of what it is you're trying to create in the world. So to me, what's really interesting is I know a lot of friends who have done that in different aspects of their life. They might have broken the mold in entrepreneurship. They might have broken the mold in relationships or sexuality or whatever it is. And for me, it's just interesting to step fully over that threshold now that all the different pieces have all gotten to this third stage, if you like. So I think what is it to live that fully integrated stage three is really what I'm looking at. And I think you have a lot of leadership in stage one. You have a lot of folks that, and stage one is broadly external. How do you create things in the external world? How do you make more money? How do you become more powerful? How do you do all that? We have a lot of those leaders in that. You have stage two, which is the spiritual journey, broadly speaking, people who have gone in the inner world. And I think you have less of the stage three. It's sort of like, the population is in this progression. So I think people like, and I think it's interesting because people like Steve Jobs, I think, are a stage three person. When you examine his life, the biography is really great. You look at someone who's really integrated, spiritual and material, and then he's just creating, So I think it's interesting because I think there's not as many guides for the stage three way of living, and that's what I'm sort of beginning to curate. Is like, look at is there a way to teach that? Is there a way to learn that? Is there a way to articulate it? Who is articulating it? Because most of the time it gets articulated in terms of the other two.